Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. So, I'm really excited to be sharing with you my Life Optimizer template. And it's a template I've just recently created to form positive habits in my day. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go over this template for you and see if it can help you in your journey to making your days much more successful. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, I've shared with you here this Google Sheet that I've created, and you can use Excel to create this template. And it's essentially a list of all of the positive habits that I want to do in my day. So this is a daily routine system, and successful people have daily habits they want to get into. So I want to go over these with you. In the first row that we have here is a list of all the positive affirmations that the top successful people use. And I wanted to write them all in, and I want to look at them every single day because it makes me feel positive. And, I highly recommend that you also have a list of positive affirmations that you look at and just really excites you and sets a good mood for the beginning of the day. My first habit here is to wake up at 5 a.m. To get up early and get moving. So this is my first habit. And underneath you'll see the numbers here. So every single day, if I accomplish this habit, I will put an additional number on there. And so for the month of October, there's 31 days. If I get a 31 on here, that's awesome. That's success in my mind. And I look at it every single day. So if I don't achieve it today, then I'm going to be looking at it tomorrow, making sure, hey, what did I do yesterday? Why didn't I achieve it? And I'm going to figure out what I can do to achieve it next time. So there's my kind of scorecard here that I've got. The next thing is yoga. So I highly recommend that you have a yoga routine to stretch out your body, to improve your breathing, to just get your mind in the right place. And it's a nice physical activity to do. So I have a nice 15-minute video that I play every single day. I just put that on and I watch it and I go through it. And it brings a ton of energy to my day to be doing yoga. And it stretches my body out, makes me feel great, makes me feel limber. So I do this every day. It's just a nice, light routine. And you can just do that really quite quickly. Next habit that I do is meditation. You don't have to do 30 minutes. Again, all these times are customizable. You can do whatever amount of time you would like. You start with 5 or 10. If sitting there and doing nothing is difficult for you, then you might need to start small. But that's essentially it with meditation, is that you're sitting and you're just being mindful of the thoughts that come up in your head. That's really what it is in a nutshell. There's quite a few apps out there, so you could use Headspace, you can use quite a few other apps. Headspace is like the most popular. And I recommend definitely checking out the apps. They might not be for you. I just use a timer so that I know, hey, I got to do 30 minutes. And that's all I do. I don't make it too complicated because I think that adds noise to my day. So I just get right after it and I go with the meditation and I have that timer. Next one, 5 questions. So what are the 5 questions? Here are mine. What will make me happy today? What am I grateful for today? How can I be successful today? How can I help others today? And what did I learn yesterday? So these are 5 questions that I've created to really create a positive mindset right at the beginning of the day. And I ask these 5 questions with the intent of having 2 answers per question. So again, it just makes me feel great looking at these questions and figuring out, hey, like, what am I appreciative of? What am I grateful of? And these are things that you should definitely check out. Next one is the green shake. So I create a smoothie every single morning and it's the color green. So I throw in a ton of vegetables that I couldn't eat on its own. I'd have to have many different plates. So I just put a bunch of vegetables and some fruit and some water and cashew milk, and I blend it up. I've got myself fantastic, vibrant shake that just wakes me up for the rest of the day. Like, it's an energy boost like no other. So you're putting in fresh fruit and vegetables, which is just an incredible way to start your day and to have a delicious breakfast or, a meal kind of in between meals. So, you can get a blender and put this in there. You can get a blender quite inexpensively to do this, and I highly recommend it. Next one is to help 100 people. So this could be quite extreme for some, but I'm in this giving mindset of trying to help as many people as I can in a day. So this is my goal. I need to help 100 people. I need to just give without any expectation of return. So I go on to Twitter, Facebook groups, I go on to Quora, the question and answer platform, and I just try to give advice. And sometimes I'll ask questions, but I usually just try to give advice based on, what's being said. I look at the conversations and I try to have that social dialogue. And I'm an introvert, so it's actually quite difficult for me to have a social conversation with somebody, but I go after it and try to help as many people as I can. So that's my goal, is 100 a day. And it's great is if you can't hit your goal today, you can say, hey, tomorrow I'll just have to hit that 100 that I missed, yesterday. Maybe you get to 60 and that means, get 140 tomorrow. And that's the flexibility of this, right? You can redeem yourself, and I highly recommend that. Give yourself the flexibility, make it fun, and you'll get after it for sure. So don't beat yourself up if you don't do it today, but definitely recognize that you'll improve for tomorrow. Next one, 500 words. Okay, writing 500 words might be really challenging for some, so start small and just build that habit. That's why I've started with 500 words. It's just a number. You can change it for yourself. But writing we learned at a young age, and then after school we stopped writing. It wasn't a habit that we continued with, and I think it's really critical to continue writing even after university or college. And write what you enjoy. I think if you write what you enjoy, then you'll have no issues coming up with the amount of words. There's so many thoughts that I bet you have, and I just highly recommend that you get those thoughts out on paper and computer or whatever. And that's what I recommend for the writing habit. Video. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just creating a video. I'm creating content for you, and this is something that, again, is a helpful tool for you. And that's what I want to do. I want to create educational content to help people. And by creating video, it adds this personal touch, and that you can see who I am and you get acquainted with me. And I think that's really, really important. And it, establishes my brand as somebody that exists in the real world. And, I am definitely a person. So video just kind of breaks that down. You can do vlogs, you can do interviews, you can do anything, okay? You can get that on YouTube. You can just publish it on YouTube, share it with the world. Somebody might be engaged with what you're doing. Maybe you're an artist. Just record cover songs, and that's all you do. Just do that. Like, maybe set a goal for one cover song a day and record that by video, and just get your name out there. YouTube is, the second most popular search engine after Google. So why not? Why not just capitalize on the amount of information that people are searching for? So go for that. Reading. So there's another big one that people kind of stop doing after university. They got bored of reading textbooks, so they didn't want to read anymore. You need to keep learning. So after university, I think it's an important habit to keep going and try to read. The most successful people in this world, they read every single week. So highly recommend that you try to they actually read a book every single week. And I think, you don't have to go that extreme, but if you read 30 minutes a day, you can probably read a whole book in a month easily. So it's a great little habit, and you'll be an expert in your field if you keep that habit up and you just keep reading in your field. Podcasting, if you create a video, you can just take the audio from your video and then post it into the iTunes podcast, Apple iTunes podcasting system, and you're good to go. Like you're set. So take the audio and convert it just like what I'm doing here. And why not? You're repurposing content, and it also cuts down on the time for the content creation. A lot of these are content creation goals. I highly recommend that. You look at creating more, and we seem to be getting away from creating and more into consuming, especially with social media. So I highly recommend that you still create, okay? You share your knowledge with the world. Podcasting, and I see podcasting growing, okay? Like it's something that people can do while they're in their car, and they're moving away from radio, and they're looking for that content that they can learn from. And that's where podcasting comes in. Fights. So this is like a relationship goal, and you're probably thinking, you want to get 31 fights in a month? No, the goal is actually to get like 0 fights in a month, or as few as possible, so that, I'm just thinking of the positive relationship that I have with my girlfriend. So this is a relationship goal. And I think having a relationship goal is important, and maybe this isn't the one for you, but fighting can be an issue. It can actually really affect relationships. So if you have that as a goal, I think it can really help you out, improve your relationship, because then you look at fighting as kind of a silly endeavor, and you can laugh at it after you've done it. So I think it's important to be aware of when you're fighting. And actually, when we talked about meditation before, meditation is great for controlling your emotions. And fighting kind of comes out of emotions. So if you get that meditation practice fine-tuned, you might see less fights or outbursts from your end. So just because when the thoughts come up, you can kind of handle them a little easier, right? Definitely important to have a relationship goal. If you don't have a girlfriend, wife, boyfriend, or whatnot, you might want to go and find one, because they make your life better. And if they don't currently, then that would be something to review and see what you can do to improve it. That's why having a relationship goal will help you optimize that aspect of your life. And if it's causing you stress right now, then that's something you want to deal with, and you want to deal with it daily. Meals out. So I eat out a lot, and I want to control this. So again, this is a number I want low, like a golf score, except I can't go to the negatives. So I just want to reduce the amount of times I eat out, and having something like a blender really helps with cutting that down. And cooking at home is kind of where I want to do with where I want to go with this. And then inviting other people over to cook for them is something I need to work on. Review goals. So reviewing your goals daily, that's going to take you to a whole other level. Most people don't even have goals, or they look at them every year, January 1st, and then it sits in a binder or in their heads. So definitely, by checking your goals every single day, you are taking yourself to the next level. I mean, you'll accomplish more in the next year than you could have in a lifetime if you are looking at your goals, because it really helps you align all of your actions to these goals. So getting your goals written out is critical, and looking at them every day as a reminder, I need to do this. Income. A lot of people don't want to talk about money. Like, it's a weird taboo subject for a lot of people, but I think you should want to feel financially secure in your life. You don't want to feel like at the end of the day that you're struggling. So now I think of income differently. I'm not like, oh, how do I make the next dollar? I'm more like, how can I create products that can help others? That's how I'm kind of looking at it. So uh, that's what I look at. So what kind of inventions, products, ideas, online businesses, blogs, what have you, brick and mortars, like what kind of thing, what kind of projects can you start today and kind of create additional wealth for yourself? If you're a 9 to 5er, you do that day job, then maybe you don't have any additional revenue streams. Well, now's the time to create that because you're dependent on that 9 to 5, and that's scary. Because what if they fire you tomorrow? Then what do you have? So I think it's important to build these projects that can turn into revenue streams. If you get these habits going, then you'll be creating more wealth for yourself. Think about 10 ideas every single day that you can create, and maybe choose a couple and start executing on them. Like if you're worried about creating a website, well, now you can start a website easily. There's no excuse to create a website. You can do it easily. There's no question. And, you can go on Squarespace or WordPress.com and create a simple website. And there's your income generator. Whatever your idea is, put it on the website, have a buy now button, and you're ready to go. Obviously, you need to generate traffic and followers and whatnot. But, just thinking about those ideas alone is going to get you in the mindset of, okay, how do I give to others? How do I help others? Again, back to the helping, and what kind of products can I create that will benefit others? And, in the long run, perhaps generate wealth for myself. I mean, yes, wealth is not the number one thing, but it is an essential item for you to survive in this world. So if you think about your income, you're thinking, hey, I'm at 50 grand. I want to get to 100. What do I need to do? Awesome. That's a fantastic thing to have in your head, because then you're thinking of all the ways you can get there. And wealth increases are an indicator of the value you've given to this world. That's an interesting idea. So think about that. Wealth increases are representative of the value you've given to this world. It's a good way of looking at income, because now you're thinking, okay, if I'm giving, then this is going to be a positive little situation here, and it's going to help others, and it's in return going to generate wealth for myself. So that is it. I've covered my entire template here, and feel free to tweak it as you're creating your own. Maybe you have other little routines or habits you want to add into your life to make you successful. These are standard ones that successful people are definitely using, a lot of these. And maybe you just want to start with a couple, but aim for a number, that you want to reach. Okay. Have those numbers that you add on to daily, and you can see the tallying going up over and over and over again. Create this mindset of success for yourself, and then you'll see fantastic results. And I'm really excited to see what you will accomplish with this. So please share what you've accomplished with this in the comments, and I'd love to see what you've got. And if you think this is beneficial, share this video with others. Like, let everyone know that there's this life optimizer template for many people, and I'm happy to see it shared across the world. And if you really like the video, please subscribe, because I'm going to be creating more. I'm going to be improving, and I love your feedback. So stay tuned. Thanks for checking this video out.